Everybody, welcome back to Good Day Columbia. Time right now is 8:42. Now, a few moments ago, we talked with Josh about surviving a cardiac arrest, and it was all thanks in part to CPR. Joining us now is Leslie Tankersley, Executive Director with the American Heart Association of the Midlands. Thank you for being here, Lizzie. This is a lot to take in, to process, especially hearing how he survived after CPR was performed. What's the first thing we need to know about CPR?
So, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
So CPR is our way of basically cardiac intervention where bystanders, you don't have to be a first responder to do CPR. And so bystanders can participate in CPR and it will double or even triple a victim's chance of survival. And basically what we're doing with CPR is we're manually pumping the heart while the first responders are on the way, or an AED is on the way to shock it back to life and to bring them back to life. But we are manually pumping the heart.
So someone like Josh, who was down like this, so if I see someone who's down, what is the first thing that I do?
Sure. Yes. So if you see someone collapse, so let's say you're in the grocery store or the bank or somewhere in public, we're really trying to get people more comfortable and more confident in doing CPR. So Josh and everyone that loves Josh, all of us, we're very lucky that there were off-duty firefighters that saved his life. But let's say you're at the grocery store and it's just your regular people, bystanders. And so we want to make sure people feel good about hands-only CPR. And so what we will do is if you see someone collapse, the first thing you do, make sure the scene is safe. Don't go somewhere that will put you in any harm or danger. And then you go over and you ask, are you okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Tap them. And then if there's no response, you're going to check for a pulse. Because like I said, with CPR, we are manually pumping their heart. So if their heart is pumping, we do not want to do it on top of that.
Got it,
So we check for a pulse. So you can either put 2 fingers on their neck, feel for the pulse.
On the neck? Either side, right?
Either side, on the carotid artery. So you'll feel there. Or if you can't really quite tell, you can lean your head down and look. And if the chest is falling and rising and you see the heart moving and then breathing, then they're probably not in cardiac arrest. But if there is no pulse, that heart is not beating, their chest is not rising, then we need to do CPR. How
do you get your hands? I guess what's the first thing?
So CPR is, so what we do with hands-only CPR is just chest compressions. And so the first thing you're going to do though, and this is the most important thing, if you're in a public place, we want you to point at someone specific and say, you, call 911.
You call 911. Why is that?
So we want to make sure that one person has the job and they know what to do. And so we've told one person, you go call 911. And then you point at another person and say, you go find an AED.
Go find an AED. Gotcha. So your focus can just be on helping the person.
And those people know their job. So while they're out doing that, you're going to start the chest compressions. And so what we do is that we use our dominant hand.
I'm left-handed, so.
Perfect.
Dominant hand,
and then there's this hard bone at basically the heel of your hand. So you're gonna put that down first, and then put your other arm on top, hand on top, lace them, and then the thing that's tricky, because it's actually pretty hard, you will lock your elbows and lean over the body, and then you push. And so we're on a table, I don't wanna break the table, but see, we hear the click.
Let me do. Gotcha. So here is this hand right over here, right? And then I put it. And then I just.
A little harder. There you go.
You got 30 times.
That's right.
You have to count 30 times, you said?
So yes, in traditional CPR we do 30 times, 2 breaths, but with hands-only CPR you're not even doing breaths, so you can just do the compressions. So basically you'll do compressions until the people come back with the AED. Or until the first responders arrive, whatever happens first. And so you do the compressions. And so you can show the person next to you, maybe they didn't know before, show them and you can trade out with them. It's so easy because you don't have to remember the breaths to the compression ratio.
Josh, so this was you a few years ago. Like I'm just saying, so the person, obviously I'm here and going like this and they're breathing life. So as I'm doing this right here, what's coming back to mind for you, Josh?
Just the pain when I woke up of my chest just still being sore from all those deep compressions, just and that just my sternum just being kind of sore. So it's the biggest thing I took away from CPR, and it saved my life, so I can't complain.
Wow. And now, okay, so I'm going to have to call you all because I have to take some more classes just so I can be CPR certified. But thank you all so much, Lizzie.
Yeah,
thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it. Josh, thank you for your story and letting us know everything. Lizzie, again, thank you. We appreciate it. Stay with us, folks. There's more Good Day Columbia coming up right after the break.